All right, this edition of Flip Through Friday, I've decided to do Rift's Dark Conversions. Now, I haven't played any of my Palladium games in over a year, and I got this with a Christmas grab bag a couple years back when I was going on my Palladium fantasy kick. Now, this is a fantastic book. Let me just state that right off the bat. It's kind of like a monster manual for Rifts with dark, monsters, basically. So let me start flipping through it and you'll get to see. Now there are pages with a lot of text. I'm just going to skim over a lot of it. As with most of their books, they have a warning label in the front. But there's a lot of good stuff in here that you can use in any of Palladium's games. Any of them. So, obviously it's meant for Rifts, which Rifts has tons of world books, tons of, just tons of books. There's no other way to say it. Anything you can want in Rifts, you can do. So it starts off with alien intelligences, and it looks like this. Now, that is basically what the old ones are in the Palladium Fantasy series. And the old ones are like the gods of the world for the most part. Or the original rulers of the world there. So it talks about it a little bit right here. That's the main use that I've gotten out of this book, is reading stuff about that I can use for Palladium Fantasy. So let me adjust this a little bit. There. But yeah, so it's got a lot of demons in here. It's got, I'll show you in a little bit what my favorite thing in here is. But they got a lot of different ideas for monsters. Now, I don't see any reason why someone couldn't use this book for other games either. You could easily take the idea of one of these monsters and port it to another game. Like, look at the Demon Locust. You find a bug pack at the Dollar General or Dollar Tree or Dollar Store, and then you slap a human head on it and you can make this thing, That'd be awesome. It'd be a cool monster for any game. Obviously, I'm talking miniature play, but, lots of good stuff. So, and, if you just need some inspiration to, because you're planning your adventure. Am I missing a page? Oh, no, that's the right page. You just need some inspiration and you're trying to run a dark adventure this session, this is a good book for it. It's got the breakdown of the difference between devils and demons, which are two very different things in the Palladium universe. They are warring factions, actually. And they're both battling for all of mankind. So, and I have other books about that. I have, for example, the Heroes Unlimited, Armageddon Unlimited book. So, and that goes a little bit into the war between the two sides. Very good book, actually. I remember I bought that and read the whole thing in 2 days. And still to this day, I think that's the only RPG book that I've bought and read straight through, front to back within a couple days like that. Most books, oh, here it is. So this is my favorite one in here, the thin ones. Now these dudes can get into your blood system, and they're kind of like a worm. If you look at it, it's coming out of the guy because it inhabited his body and took him over. One of the coolest things you can use, obviously it's pretty much going to kill anybody, but one of the coolest monsters, I think. Really lethal though, and hard to detect and hard to kill and things like that. So, but yeah, some of these, like this, I think is recycled artwork from Palladium Fantasy. Palladium is known to recycle some of their artwork from other games and other books. And that's fine by me. I love the artwork, even though it's just black and white. I love the artwork in these books. I think it's beautiful. And I've always, had a thing for this black and white artwork. So some are better than others, I will admit that. A lot of their older artwork I'm not as big a fan of. But in the last, I'd say 15, 20 years, they've really, I think, killed it with most of their new artwork. Some great artists over there too, so. But yeah, look at that. That's just a nice art piece, I think, This dude looks cool. I have to admit that. Like I said, one of the things that's great about this book is it tells you some history about the monsters, and it goes into some detail about them and gives you ideas for how to use them. So, it's a good book for inspiration. if you're a Palladium Books fan, I strongly recommend getting this. Whether you play Heroes Unlimited or Rifts or Palladium Fantasy, you know, this book you can use. You can plug a monster from this in there. Obviously, just get rid of the MDC if it's a SDC world. You might want to get rid of the MDC anyway. So I'm not a huge fan of MDC. I understand it. I think it makes sense. But, you know, that's a cool monster. So yeah, I guess the main reason I'm doing this is because, you know, I was looking at this book, and doesn't that almost look like a Skulltula from Zelda? Kind of does, right? That's cool. But one of the main reasons I'm flipping through this book is I'm looking for ideas for my game world, and I thought this would be a good book to just flip through for the sake of Flip Through Friday. Elemental intelligences. So you got all sorts of elementals here. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever used this book, but if you have, I'd love to hear how you've used it. Maybe some of the monsters you've used out of this book. I love hearing how you guys use the information in these. And, you know, if you haven't used it, does this look like a book that you would probably try and pick up? You know, obviously, like I said, it could be used for other systems, but it would basically just be fluff for other systems. You know, so just give me your thoughts and let me know what you think. Here's the hounds for Nightbane. Well, yeah, let me know what you think, and yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with your friends. Oh, there's another cool monster. The little beetle thing that gets in them. Love it. Love it. Skinners. It looks more like an ooze. But yeah. But yeah, I love hearing your guys' stories, whether it's a Nightbane, you know, campaign or adventure or one shot or Rifts, Heroes Unlimited. Maybe you use inspiration in here for, you know, D&D or Pathfinder. Maybe you've used it for Savage Worlds. But either way, I love hearing your guys' thoughts. I love the dialogue back and forth. And, you know, some of these, I've gotten a lot of good... a lot of good comments from people about how they've used these books, and I think that one of the best things we can do is help other game masters and players, and one of the best ways to do that is by sharing our own ideas. So like I said, please feel free to share your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. Maybe just watching this video has inspired you to, you know, use a monster like one of these, and maybe it's just the pictures of the artwork that have done it. You know, I love hearing stories like that. So again, please, you know, share, you know, your thoughts in the comments and let me know what you think. Dark magic, witchery. Look at that though. I think that's just awesome artwork. You know, I can't say I see a lot of artwork with this much detail these days. And personally, black and white artwork is awesome. Plus, you can mix styles a little better when the colors, it's just black and white. It's easier to mix artistic styles. Yeah, that's all right. I mean, I like it. It looks good. I'll admit, most of the time when I do these flip-throughs, I'm looking at the artwork more than the words. Ooh, here you go. Rifts and random tables. Everyone loves random tables, right? Leyline energy. Diabolist and Summoner. This is awesome for Palladium Fantasy. You can get some summoning things from here. Necromancer. Good stuff. So yeah, I mean, that really is, like I said, about it. I don't have a lot to say about this. It's hard to have a lot to say about, you know, monster manuals and stuff, but this is probably a good book for you if you play any of Palladium Books games. It serves as a fantastic monster manual, but you can see that you could use it for other things too. If you have a summoner in your party and you need to bring a guy from that or whatever. So for me, if you're a Rifts fan, this is a must-have. I would put this up there as, one of the first 10 books you need to buy. I know that sounds like a lot of books, but Rifts has a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of good books out there. But yeah, this is one of the top books I advise people to buy for Rifts. So if you play Palladium Fantasy and you've already got the Monster Manual, Dragons and Gods, Adventures on the High Seas, and the core book, this is another good book to buy for that as well. I wouldn't put it up there as saying it's the most important book for that, but it can help you a lot. So, especially if you ever go to the Land of the Damned, then this is a good book for that area, because nobody knows what's in the Land of the Damned. If you're not familiar with the Palladium Fantasy setting, read the Wikipedia page. I think it talks about all of the different areas in there, but Land of the Damned is pretty much an unknown area with tons of different monsters. This is a good book to get monsters for that. So yeah, that's it for this week for Flip Through Friday. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please share it with all your friends. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Bye.